Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him. The 30 up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Off-play action. Higgins. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
7 yards there and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Achane gets it from the gun.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
This defense for the Vikings very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw. Higgins.
That went out wide and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's McCarthy.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Vikings at 8-1 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now McCarthy.
This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
First and goal. A chance to convert that early turnover into points. And that would be off target and incomplete.
Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
To the air with McCarthy.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He's got it complete to Thompson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Throwing is McCarthy. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Inside the 20.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 81 yards.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Operating from the gun, Higgins looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
From the gun on 3rd down, Higgins.
This one thrown underneath to Achane.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
2nd and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Higgins. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Thompson here, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st down, back to Achane.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down and 4.
Back to throw. Higgins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Perry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They'll run. Achane.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Off the play fake. Higgins eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Calling a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And this one is right through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Going to throw right side here, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
To the air again, McCarthy.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hawkinson, 35 yards. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Higgins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You
correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact, but that time they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape, because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed it.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Buchanan. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Stick him with a pass. Here's McCarthy. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the shotgun, McCarthy.
And this one's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
The drive starts with a run from H.M.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Higgins. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing right in that It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Higgins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On third down, Achane.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call.
Here's a diving catch right side. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Dawson Knox laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Higgins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. To the air with McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they... And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards from Viking territory now. They'll come up first and 10 at the 26-yard line. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Achane fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Jordan Battle.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Higgins.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
From the gun on 3rd down. Higgins works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
Flush to his right.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
A gain of 28 more yards.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Now McCarthy.
Touchdown, Vikings!
From a yard out. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Completes it to Perry.
He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still be into a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all